But bird. But bird's the word. But bird. But bird's the word. Why don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is the word. Bird, bird, bird. But bird's the word. But bird, bird. But bird's the word. Why don't you know about the bird? Everybody knows. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Oh my god, this fucking trippy, this goddamn trippy red fan bothering me on my day of relaxation. Bothering me on my day of relaxation with this utter garbage. Utter garbage. Utter garbage. I can't stand it. See, that's what happens when you have faith in... Having faith in rappers is like having faith that a doctor won't cut your dick off if you ask him to not cut your dick off. That's the most absurd set of circumstances I could ever imagine under the sun. Like, you just wake up one day and you just say, you know what? I want to be a rapper. And then you come out with some of the most maligned rap known to man that's only supposed to, like, help 16 to 22-year-olds go through their first heartbreak. Can't stand rappers, dog. I just can't stand it. I just can't stand it because in my head, in my melancholied little mind, you cannot be somebody who makes all that music about one thing and then it becomes utter garbage. The man is trash. I don't know. I think like the whole genre of rap is in a state where it's gonna pass a lot of people by. There's some interesting characters that nobody knows about, and they just have to wait for that moment to fucking blow up. But in my head, it's terrible how a lot of these motherfuckers can't rap. It's just fucking terrible. Milani, oh my god. I need you, Milani, we did it. We I can't say that. I can't say we hit the top. I was about to say we hit the towers, but it's okay. You know why? Because towers have been hit, just not the ones a lot of people expected. All that hullabaloo for years. I've heard Epstein's name more than I heard my own mama name. I've been alive for 26 years. All these years, I've heard about Epstein and children getting their blood sucked out of them and a whole bunch of traffic in this and a whole bunch of traffic in that and a whole bunch of traffic on I-10 and West Boulevard. Now the fucking Department of Justice says, oh, there's no client list. There's no client list. There's no credible evidence. No credible evidence. Today is a good day. It's my birthday, and I just passed a kidney stone. I don't know if that second option I don't know if that second thing is a good thing, but happy birthday. You're getting old. You're getting old. Jeez. You're getting old. Soon you're gonna die. Soon you're no longer gonna be alive. Boy, how depressing that is. It's your birthday, and like one of the first things you hear is not happy birthday. It's your. I told my mama that shit. I told my mama that shit last year. It was her birthday. I was like, oh, happy birthday. You're gonna die one day. I just turned 24. I'm cooked. Imagine being 25. Imagine being 25. Now look, necessarily, I might have the hottest take in the world. I don't care about this fucking Epstein list. I feel like I've said numerous times, I don't care about this Epstein list. And the reason I don't care is the most substantial reason under the sun. It's the quintessential fact that nothing was going to be done about it. Imagine the Democrats use this to run their next impeachment on Trump. See, that's another reason why I don't care. A lot of motherfuckers have turned this into, oh, if Trump was on that list, how come Biden didn't release it? Well, if Biden was on that list, why didn't Trump release it? Well, if this person wasn't on this list, why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do that? They all on it. Fuck y'all sides and fuck who y'all favor. They all on it. They all don't want to be exposed, so they all work together to not show it. Duh. Like, y'all not no real conspiracy theorists. Y'all, a real conspiracy theorist just say everybody in on it and then leave. Motherfuckers who not really motherfuckers who not really about a conspiracy, they just gonna be like, oh, only one set of people is on it. Bro, we got pictures of Trump and Epstein buddy. Like if that ain't a fucking indication, he done probably drank a kid blood. Oh, we will never know what's on that list. If they were going to release it, they would have done it already. And might I fucking remind y'all, which political side was the one that was like, oh, we're going to be the ones to get to the truth and we're going to bring it out to the public. Remember this? Was this like one of the Biden? Are these Biden fans? Are these Biden appointed people? No, these are all conservatives who held up binders. They held up binders in front of all y'all fucking faces. They held that shit up like it was the keys to the fucking kingdom. This is why it's easy. This is why it's easy to trick people. All you gotta do is sign on that dotted line and you become one of them. What do I mean by one of them? A bought and paid for shield. You couldn't convince me. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, listen, I know some of y'all like Trump. I know some of y'all like Biden. I don't give a fuck who y'all like. You can't sit here and say that this wasn't a fucking PR stunt. Like, this was the most PR of PRs to come out of this year. I don't give a fuck what happened last year, the year before that, the year before that, the year before that. I'm talking about this year. This was the most massive PR stunt. And then, what's that website? What's the fucking website where you just store shit? Dropbox. I think this bitch right here put this shit on Dropbox. Oh, I'm gonna read through the whole thing and put it on Dropbox. I don't get y'all, bro. Like, y'all ate this shit up. It's cool, bro. It's cool that you believed in a politician. Trump's not a politician. He's a businessman. No, he's the president. He's now been the president of the fucking country twice. That's a politician. And guess what? Let's just keep it at the businessman part. A businessman's sole purpose is to con you motherfuckers out of y'all money. A politician's main goal is to con you motherfuckers out of your own choices. Don't believe me? Who was it that rightfully predicted, loudly puffing y'all chest out, saying that y'all was gonna reform FEMA would be a terrible idea if you don't have like a set circumstance of plans in place so that you could move through that process swimmingly? Because hurricane season don't stop.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
What was that? What was that? Hi, Leon. Today is my football trial. I'm gonna make it for sure. All right, you big motherfucker. We rooting for you, you big motherfucker. And listen, if you don't fucking make it, we gonna find out what you allergic to, and we just gonna leave you in a room with it. You seem like type of motherfucker. If you next to the thing you allergic to, you gonna break out in hives. If you don't make that fucking football team, bitch, we gonna find out what you allergic to, and we gonna lock you in that fucking room. And we gonna leave you in there for 48 hours. So tread lightly. Better put your best foot forward. If you get out-muscled, remember what I said. For example, let's just say, for the set of circumstances, you allergic to lavender. I'm gonna leave you in the room with a fucking mystifier, a fucking humidifier that does nothing but blow out lavender. And you're gonna break out in hives. Peer pressure? Always. Peer pressure is the greatest piece of motivation known to man. Always, without a shadow of a doubt. Never to be beat, never to be dismayed. Always, 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 always. Who was we talking about? Oh, this. Oh, look at this.
You know, I think part of why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Oh. What happened? What happened? Oh, Kamala's afraid. You know why? Because Trump wins, that Epstein list is going to come out. And all those billionaires that back Kamala, ooh, they're scared. Oh, where is it? Elon. Was it this the motherfucker that put out that bombastic statement about Trump? This motherfucker put out the most bombastic statement about Trump being on the Epstein list. So if I could just like sit around the campfire and sing a campfire song really fast, where is this fucking Epstein list? You can't have 50,000 fucking people all say the same fucking thing and be like, nah, it's not real. Where is the EPSTEINLIST? Oh man. Score. I ain't gonna lie. Score one for me. Being somebody who's not a bought and paid for shield. I don't have to sit here and defend anybody. I don't have to defend any sides. But you know what's crazy? I'm excited for because this shit dropped, I think, like in the evening yesterday. Like all this news about, oh, there's no Epstein client list. And a lot of motherfuckers like don't upload on Sundays and don't do this and don't do that. Now I want to see what the spin is going to be. Matter of fact, we ain't got to look too far. Let's just go to him. Let's go to the man of the hour himself. Let's just go to the man of the hour himself. One of the main proponents. One of the main proponents of people who would be like, hey, oh, look at one of the first, free this innocent woman. If there's no list and there's no crime, oh, free the woman. What's against you in front of involving it? I have no idea what that's about. Free Ghislaine Maxwell, Pam Body, appearance on Fox tomorrow, all but certain. Oh, God. Saw them once, pretty lame, can't remember their name. I need to see all these reactions. I want to see like all the bombastic statements from all these people who swore up and they swore down. That this shit was going to change. Oh my God. Ew. This is a bunch of creeps. This is a bunch of creepy looking dudes. What a bunch of creepy looking fucking dudes. Somebody asked me, Leon's laugh is maniacal. Have you been on an all-nighter? No. What happened to not trusting the FBI? No. See, you don't understand the gimmick. You can trust the FBI as long as they tell you things that you want to hear. Like you could trust the FBI when they give you binders of information that ends up being a waste of your fucking time. But see, when the FBI like tells you something you don't want to hear or that you don't agree with, then it's propaganda. You can't trust the FBI. And notice how I really don't have a political side in that because everyone does it. When you get the information you want, you don't question anything. When you don't get it, it's when you start saying that everything's a fucking lie and conspiracy. Imagine if the fucking DOJ came out and said, yeah, we staged a fucking mass event full of children pretending to die so that we could talk about gun control. Alex Jones is going to do a fucking split on a dick. But because that's not what happened and there are children that are dead, Alex Jones is nothing but a fucking fraud and a con man. Just in case anybody wasn't aware. I'm like, if you are like, listen, if you are somebody that trusted, I don't know this person, or that person, or whoever that is that happens to be behind her that's also holding a binder, but because of the fucking picture, it seems like she has a third arm holding up a binder. I would not trust these people ever again with information. Like, not one of them on the screen I would trust with information. Were you on the Epstein list, Leon? No. I don't even think I was born when they were the most prominent. Unless I was born and I became a victim and they just shipped me back home and wiped my memory. I have no idea. How would I know? How would I know? Now they on their ass. Wait, what is the tweet? What's the tweet? What's the tweet? Another iconic Trump photo? Because they gonna be on your ass. Because they didn't forget. They didn't fucking forget.
DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing.
Imagine if the fucking directive was, if you find my name on it, wipe this shit clean.
JFK.
And if you find so much of my name on it that it will fucking implicate me in 75 different ways from Sunday, just say it don't fucking exist.
Files, MLK files, that's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Well, Libs, this all you got in terms of a response? Libs, you retweeting somebody else? Libs, get up. Libs. What is this?
The fact that if you would have just voted for Kamala, that those kids in Texas and all those families in the RVs would more than likely still be alive.
I told y'all. y'all didn't listen to me, dog. Y'all didn't listen to me, dog. I swear. Oh, what is this?
It's a hard pill to.
I don't know why I'm saying what is this. I just my brain short circuited. Let's listen to that again. Liberal blames parents of the Texas flood victims and you for not voting Kamala.
It's a hard pill to swallow, huh? The fact that if you would have just voted for Kamala, that those kids in Texas and all those families in the RVs would more than likely still be alive.
I need y'all to understand how right I was. This is not really anything bombastic. It's been said before. I know it. Like, it's been said before. I know. But it's the fact that I live in a world of people who think if you would have voted for the Indian biracial, kids wouldn't be dead. Like, do you know how stupid of a statement that is? Does nobody grasp how stupid that statement is? Because when you say this, it's like I said, you are saying it as somebody who has never, and I mean never, been in a hurricane. You've never lived in the South. You've never had to experience hurricane season. Because anybody with a brain will tell you it don't matter if it was Kamala, Trump, Biden, both the Bushes, Clinton, Obama, Hillary, it don't matter. A hurricane is still going to come. And maybe people will be prepared, maybe they won't. Maybe the city will have enough funding, maybe they won't. People are still going to deal with this. There's still going to be people that have to navigate and try to lead their family out of a potential disaster where their homes are being torn off the foundation, where maybe they end up with missing friends or family members. This is not based around who's the fucking president. How many times do we have to do this song and dance until people get it? This is not hard. This is not new. This is something people have been going through for decades. Like I just said, hurricane season, much like crawfish season, much like the season of Mardi Gras or the season of Lent or football season, basketball season, baseball season, hockey season, rugby season, get them down and have an orgy with Asian season. Yes, that's a real thing. We go through this every year. And yes, it sucks. Yes, we want more disaster relief. Yes, we want to have trust that we could be saved with finances in these dire times. But let's not think if the woman was in charge, nobody would be dead. And the get out of jail free card for some people will be, oh, well, maybe it'd be less people. How the fuck do you know? How do you know? You can't answer that. Because that's an impossible fucking set of circumstances you put in your own mind at your own time.
But instead you just made fun of her laugh. while people were screaming at you that if he was voted in, people were going to die.
Newsflash, no matter who y'all vote for, people are going to die. Like drastic, bombastic, amazing generational hot take. But there's not one president that's been voted in throughout history where no one's died. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know y'all love all y'all presidents and all that, and you don't want to pretend like they got a squeaky clean record, but people have died with all of these motherfuckers as the presidents. It don't matter.
And look where we are. A bunch of parents who can't protect their own kids.
That's a very sad circumstance. I would like to just say that that circumstance would probably still be here regardless of who's the president. Like, I get it. You wanted your eggs in that basket for Kamala. I get it. I understand. She was your best option. And you tried so hard to convince people that voting for a racist convicted felon and all that was going to be the bad option. And they didn't listen to you. That is not the way to turn around and say, hey, told you so. Y'all are using dead kids. This is the second time I've had to say this in a matter of days. You are using dead kids and propping them up to say, hey, look at this dead kid's drowning, bloated body because there's water all in the inside. The reason they're like that is because you didn't vote for this person. I told y'all this was what people was going to do. I told y'all people was going to have their mind set on this stupid ass conversation. Why? Because they ain't got nothing to do in their day. They still mad about something they didn't really work too hard with. Because I hate to be the bearer of bad news for anybody, sitting on your fucking phone and recording how much you hate a group of people or how much you don't like that or how much you want to debate a bunch of uneducated college kids or a bunch of uneducated adults. That don't mean nothing in the voting booth. It don't. Especially when you're trying so hard to convince people that the other option is the better option. When they already in lockstep with each other. So congratulations, you're a piece of shit and you use dead kids to neener your way around a fucking conversation about politicians who regardless don't give a fuck about you. So I guess congratulations on being a piece of shit. Like, I'm itchy. By the way, I need to fucking finish this Jabari Peoples video. Like, I'm like subtly hoping. I'm essentially done with the video. I'm done with it. I'm just hoping that they show the family the fucking footage of their son getting shot. Like, I know that's a drastic segue. Like, I know we just went from drowning dead kids to a dead kid with a bullet in his back. But in my fucking head, you still haven't shown the family what happened to their family member. I'm just disturbed by that shit. I'm greatly disturbed by that shit. Like, you can't have a story of like a cop shooting somebody, tell people that you got body camera footage and not show the family. And like I've said it like at least 3 times in the recording that I have, that it don't matter if you don't show it to us. Like, it don't matter. Like, us, the general public, we could be the last ones to find out. I'm cool with that. But the family ain't got it. The family still ain't seen the fucking footage. Like, today makes 2 weeks since their son died. I'ma say it, since their son got murdered. And they still ain't show it to the family. Like, hey, guess what? If the footage go missing, they incriminating themselves to try to cover some shit up. Because it wasn't the family that came out and said, hey, we know there's body camera footage. It was the cops. The cops said what happened, and the cops said that they could back it up with body camera footage. So if then it go missing, that's a whole oopsie. That ain't no oopsie. That's deliberate. That's deliberate. And it's deliberate on the basis of, seems like this cop might have fucked up and we might have fucked up by saying there's body camera footage. Let's all get out of here and hope that we could run for the hills. Now, I understand, like, I think it's ALEA got the fucking footage and they gotta fucking review it, I would think the family gotta fucking review that shit too. Wait, who got shot? It's an 18-year-old named Jabari Peoples. The story goes like this. Cops smelled weed in the area, saw a car, went to investigate, told them get out the car. There was a scuffle. Cops shoot the kid in the back. Cop reports it and says that kid reached for a gun, pointed it, and he shot him. And they say that they could back that up with body camera footage. The family said, we don't know about that one because the witness that was in the car with Jabari Peoples said that he got shot in the back. And then they did autopsy where they fucking figured out, yeah, he got shot in the back. So I don't understand how a motherfucker could like fight off a cop, go back to the car, grab a gun and turn around and then get shot in the back. But you know what? That's if that's not a 2025 Bad Boys movie scene, I don't know what is. The family is trying to watch the body camera footage so that they could proceed with either grieving their son for doing something he shouldn't have been doing or grieve their son by getting justice by suing. But the cops didn't show it, even though, another thing, they told the family, they didn't tell the family, but they made a statement saying, hey, we're trying to schedule a meeting so that they could come watch this shit. And then the ALEA came in and said, nah, this is a part of an open investigation. We gonna take this. And the family ain't seen it. A bunch of people have seen it. Like officials have seen it. The family hasn't. And to me, that's a fucking problem. To me, that's a fucking problem. But you know what? Hopefully at some point this week we get like an end conclusion. No. I hate this shit, man. I hate this shit, man. I hate this shit even more, but Lethal Weapon 3 or 2 when Ray shot his sons from him. I think that might have been 2. Could be wrong. And then even if I am, who cares? Even if I am, who cares? Who cares? But it's hurricane season, kids. Stay safe, stay dry, barricade your homes as best you can, and live your life in absolute, and I mean absolute, truth and circumstance. Now, remember what I said about people just doing anything and thinking that debating like dumbass teenagers and adults is like the smartest thing under the sun? I saw this like as I woke up and I was like, you know what? On top of us finally watching this Candace Owens thing, I think this would be a fun thing to look at. This is an insane liberal twist. Hold on, it's playing. This is an insane liberal twist. Believe it or not, Dean, children do not have a legal right to consent. It's our responsibility as parents to protect our children and never put them in this hypothetical situation. Your drama is ill-placed and you have a lot to learn. Oh, God.
If I was dumb enough to send my kid in, it's no different than a baby commercial for diapers.
Can you answer my question? Do you think that you have the right to consent to 65-year-old men looking at your son while he's naked?
Yes. And the answer to that will be no. I will not allow my son to be in a room naked with 65-year-old men.
I wouldn't allow it.
Do you think that you have the right? Do you think that you have the right to allow it? Do you think if you did allow it, that you would be violating the consent of your child?
If you allowed your child to be naked in a room with 65-year-olds, you're a terrible person. And with that, you keep them away from that scenario.
They have no choice in the matter whatsoever. It's my decision as the parent. And I wouldn't put my kid in that situation.
That's the right answer. Matter of fact, let's hear him ask this question again. Because I'm trying to figure out what's that dick look he had on his face.
Do you think if you did allow it, that...
I wouldn't allow it.
Do you think that you have the right? Do you think that you have the right to allow it?
Do you think that you have the right to allow your child to be in a room naked with 65-year-old men?
If you did allow it, that you would be violating the consent of your child?
Do you think that if you did allow it, you'd be violating the consent of your child?
They have no choice in the matter whatsoever. It's my decision as the parent, and I wouldn't put my kid in that situation. That's why I think pageants are weird in the first place.
There's nothing wrong with what this man just said. There's nothing wrong with what that man just said. He just said his child wouldn't have a choice in that matter, and he's still not going to fucking allow them to be in that scenario.
Would never.
Who is this guy? A 22-year-old twink who thinks he knows the ins and outs of the world, but it's clear as day we're doomed.
Amen. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I think that you don't deserve to have any custodial rights over your child. So, for those watching, their handle is goatman91096. It's gonna be their handle. If there happens to be anybody in here that's good at has like facial recognition software, or
you can find me. It's fine. Nothing I said was wrong. Okay, I just said that the kid doesn't get to make the decision.
What's your name?
I would never put them in that situation.
Okay, what's your name?
And why are you trying to dox people, dude? That's weird.
Because I want to find who you are so I could call CPS and have them take your child away from you.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you would like to try to do that.
Yes, I would. So
they would never even do it. That's the best part.
Okay.
Because I would take the part, and I have a witness sitting here who's heard me say I would never put my child in that situation.
Okay. So what's your name?
So don't worry. Move the goalpost too, by the way.
So you said that you think that parents have every right to exploit and traffic their children. So
no, that's not what I said.
So I'm not going to debate it with you. That is what you said.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He said it wouldn't be the child's choice, and he wouldn't allow it. That's not what he said.
So I just putting this out there for anybody. Feel free to take his profile picture. Maybe you could go on tiktok.com/his handle. You could save his profile picture, run it through some reverse image search. Maybe it will link back to a Facebook or something where you could find his name.
What's with these people weaponizing CPS? They're the dumbest people under the fucking sun. See, I'm not a parent, but I have a fucking brain. You have to, as a parent, keep your child out of situations that would lead to them being in danger. Can you do it all the time? No. But will you make the attempt to fucking try as long as you can? Yep. Yep. And then you have these motherfuckers who think a child fresh out the pussy could just figure out life. These are the motherfuckers I don't want around kids. And listen, it ain't because this motherfucker is a leftist. It's because this motherfucker is stupid. I don't want stupid people around my future children because this is the dumb shit they're going to talk to them about.
And if you do find said information,
hey, I'm not gonna consent to my kid being naked around 65-year-old men. Call CPS on. You know how bad they make this motherfucker sound.
That's public, by the way.
You're more than welcome to.
Feel free to take that information and report it to CPS. Feel free to take that information and report it to the law authorities in this area. Feel free to take that information and report it to maybe his local CPS, etc. Child Protective Care, Child Protective Services. Feel free to do that.
I tell y'all, the reason why interviewing people or asking dumb adults or dumb college kids questions It'll never be a lucrative business model. I mean, I can't say that because you got people who do it and they make a fuck ton of money. So I'm wrong on that sentiment. But I think those people do it strictly for money and engagement. There are other motherfuckers who do it thinking to themselves, we could change the world. And that's where you lose yourself. Like, I'm sorry. If I was to do this shit, I'm not going in with the express belief that I don't know any of these motherfuckers. Insert political person name here is going to become the mayor of Texas or Kentucky or Wyoming. That's a pretty vase. Oh, yeah. This is like the decor. This is like the home decor of like a white girl who just figured out what home decor means. Now, in case like none of you have been aware, it appears Candace Owens has been losing it or has finally opened her fourth eye. Because ever since she got the shaft from Daily Wire, seems like Candace has been on the warpath to be the one, the only credible individual that exists in the world. And you know what? More power to her. Problem is that sometimes she sounds a little bombastic. Sometimes she sounds a little off key. And you know, it's never exciting to see. It's always concerning to see. And recently, she made a claim about content creators making videos about her and being paid to do it. By the who? The Jews. By the Jews. The Jews. And I found like one of the people that's been making videos on it, and it's called The Cult of Candace Owens. They ignore every red flag. Who is they? Is it the Jews? Is it the Jews? Oh, man. You know the sad part, at least to me? So she's not okay. Who knows? You want to know the funny part? I watched the first 20 seconds of this video and I was dying laughing. But this was like 2 days ago. So now I want to see if I still die of laughter from listening to this.
Candace Owens was an extremely valuable part of my own awakening journey.
Oh, you poor misguided fuck. You go your whole life learning, seeing, excavating. Now listen, good sir. You look like you could be in your mid-20s, maybe early 30s. You mean to tell me you mean to tell me that a grown-ass woman helped shape your political... Say, bruh, listen, all these stories that exist, you gotta, listen, in your own free time, just go find all these My Political Awakening videos, but you gotta find the specific ones. You gotta find the ones that are from leftist to conservative right-winger. You'll discover that an overwhelming majority of these motherfuckers are just stupid. No backbone, no gumption, no fucking leg to stand on. These motherfuckers just wake up with no opinion worth a damn. And they fucking sit there and they just think, I need a place to belong. I have nowhere to belong. I have nowhere to go. Oh, but I could say an opinion online and maybe people will like that. And oh, they like me for a time. But oh, what's that? What's this? Pain and suffering. Because no one likes my opinion and I'm getting bullied online. Oh, wait. These 3 people agree and they know 30 people. I'll just hang out with them. Y'all niggas suck. Y'all ain't never been bullied in y'all fucking life. And the first time you got bullied was online, you're mentally deranged. If the first time you ever get bullied is online, your life sucks. You lived as such a privileged life that nobody could truly grasp. And you know what? More fucking power to you. You safe quintessential bastards.
I will never discredit that part. When I was stepping off of the Democratic plantation and I needed to hear
I fucking told y'all. And it's another day. Oh, I got away from the Democratic plantation just to join the Republican plantation. Tears. You know what's crazy? They all say this shit. I was once on the Democratic plantation, but now I have awoken. My mind is free and clear. I no longer think like a slave to the left. I now think like a slave to the right.
Voices of those who look like me, affirming what I was thinking, what I was believing, what I was now stepping out of and into.
What a cuck. You need other people with the same skin color to validate your opinion? What a pussy. I don't need other people who look like me. Bitch, I'm right. That's all that matters. Bitch, I'm right. That's all that need to be fucking said. Anybody doubt me? I'm gonna shove a pencil in your fucking ear.
Candace Owens was there. Now, her, as well as a host of other individuals, those who look like me and look nothing like me. But I remember that time.
What if this nigga just name drop me? Like, I'd be devastated. You know what's crazy? We ain't got a lot of black males motivating other black males. It's always, oh, I was motivated by this Republican conservative woman. It's like, ugh, feminism is beating us again. Dog, I don't know what it is, but every time I just like vibe out to the dumbest shit I could find, it's always a fun time. I don't know. Like, shit just interests me. I like being interested by how stupid people navigate their way of thinking. Like, imagine going through your life not being able to like think clearly for your fucking self. And a fucking YouTuber with the most inconsistent fucking values under the sun is the thing that inspires you. You understand how funny that shit is? Like, you decided in this moment, you got nothing going on. You got nothing valuable in your life. You got no opinion worth a damn. And a YouTuber is going to be the one that fucking gets you inspired. Like, bro, you suck. Play with your pussy and queef out. Like, herd mentality. That's the worst type of mentality. It's like, you can look at something and just like think to yourself. You can even think out loud. Normalize talking to yourself at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's not weird. The only people who think it's weird are the people who don't do it. Nerds. Y'all always hating on when a motherfucker's shining, talking to themselves. Y'all don't respect nobody, man. That's the real issue. Y'all don't respect the dreams of people who just talk to themselves at night.
During like 2016, 2017, when I was deep diving into her content. And during that time, I would have never thought to myself that there would be a day where I would have not only criticism towards her, but where I would question the entire brand that is Candace Owens.
you're a cuck. Only cucks think like this. Listen, ladies, gentlemen, it's okay to disagree with me. Just know you won't win. You need to operate in this world by understanding that you will end up disagreeing with people. It's okay. Waking up and deciding, oh my God, maybe I should just always believe in this person because they said 4 things that I fucking agree with. You are the saddest group of motherfuckers on the face of the planet. And I mean the saddest. All you gotta fucking do is use your brain. Am I right all the time? Yes. No. Do I make sure to move with a little bit of fucking common sense? Yes. Why? Because fuck, I remember being dumb. Fuck, I'm dumb as an adult. I get things wrong as a fucking adult. You know why? Because I'm human. But with you motherfuckers, it's like the end all be all. You gotta stick with somebody. They said something you agreed with, they might have stroked your ego just let nice and tight. And now you like signed a blood oath. Now you gotta stick with them forever. No, you don't. Candace Owens is one of the worst fucking online internet sleuths ever. Have y'all actually sat back and watched her coverage of like the Harvey Weinstein fucking case? It's the definition of just ignoring trauma because LOL feminism. This bitch was doing her big one to dismiss rape because LOL feminism bad. And motherfuckers was eating that shit up like, oh my God, I never thought of it like that, Candace. Of course you didn't. Because this shit don't make no fucking sense to think of it like that. And look, far be it from me to be like someone who's a war strategist, war expert, or negotiator. But when Candace Owens got in front of all of y'all fucking faces and made the subtle implication that the war in Ukraine between Ukraine and Russia is still going on because of her fucking podcast, that should have raised the most significant alarm bells in y'all head that this bitch just talking sometimes. You can still like her. You can. It's cool. You can still like her. But if we gonna be anything, can we at least be fucking for real? Come on.
Now, I just so happen to believe that we should put no man or woman on a pedestal, even though sometimes we just so happen to do so.
You lying bitch. You just admitted your own point as a lie.
Into people, we form these parasocial relationships. I mean, there's some people who watch me and they'll defend most things I say. And to you, I say, please think for yourself first. No matter how big the platform gets or whatever.
Bitch stole my whole rant. Like, bitch, you not me. You can't be me. You just sat there and admitted you was blindly following Candace Owens. You not me, bitch boy. You bitch boy. You not me. Calm your freaky ass down. You'll never be the big dog. You know why? Because the big dog uses brain. You know what it really is? You know why I'm so smart? It's all the trauma. It's all the self-inflicted trauma I put upon myself. Some of it was my fault. Others was other people's fault. But you know what? It molded me into who I am. A pessimist who's always right.
Whatever it is, I am still human as you are. Please think for yourself. And so that's why I wanted to kind of label this like a cult of Candace Owens. They are what is keeping her life. They are what is fueling this fire that she has become that is essentially burning everything around her. And this has little to actually do with her criticisms of Israel. Like, I think it is absolutely valid and valuable to change your mind about things, to question things at their core, and to question governments. We do it to our own government all day long. It is done towards Israel all day long. Like, there's some grand conspiracy. You can't talk about that government. Actually, you can on a daily basis. Now, try talking about, I don't know, the Iranian government or the North Korean government or something of that nature. It's a completely different story. So
it's because they don't allow you to speak about that in their country, buddy. You go into that gulag, you talk about what's his name? Kim Jong Umami. Like, you out of here. You gonna serve that fucking time for life talking about him, motherfucker. And y'all bitching about free speech? Oh, let it go. Calm y'all freaky asses down.
The reason I've come to this conclusion that Candace may not just be lost per se. She's not just on this dangerous trajectory, which is still in part of what I believe is going on overall. But I believe that she has mastered the ability of grasping, capturing an audience, right? If you're in the space of content creation, you are speaking to people, you're relating to people. It is people that are the reason why you essentially exist in the way that you do. Not saying that you're not you.
Okay, clean up your statement.
useful, purposeful without your audience, but this is a simpatico relationship we have. And so sometimes, you know, in the spirit of the age of content saturation, you have people who will do things for the sake of controversy, simply for the sake of controversy, because they know it's going to get clicks and views.
So clickbait, something that's existed for a long fucking time and is not new. Like, everybody online knows about clickbait. Everybody online, more likely than not, has done it before. They've sensationalized something to death for the fuck of it, for views. And listen, if it's some skit to try to like entice a bunch of people into something and maybe create some conversation, fine. But if you were to sit there and be like, we found the Nicaraguan treasure that led to 15 people dying, and it's nothing but like a Lego set, sure, you're a piece of shit. We caught EDP, and he's just sitting there and nobody says anything to him. We found the 9/11 flight logs, and it's not the oh, I'm making up all these random lies. Here's the blood of Austin Metcalf, and that was not the blood of Austin Metcalf. Like, it's not a new thing. You motherfuckers pretend like it's new when it's your favorite people getting caught doing it, and now your sense of conscience has overwhelmed your sense of being on your knees sucking it up. I don't get y'all, bro.
And so this is something that I've noticed with you know, Candace, as far as her ability to on one day say that, you know, she stands on these Christian values. So she is tapping into the Christian audience that has been much of her platform, much of a conservative audience and things of that nature, right? I am Blacksit, I'm leaving the Democratic Party, etc. And then in another breath, be standing next to a guy like Kanye West. And this is early on. We're not even talking about Kanye West. We're talking about, like, you know, he was on his way there. He was on a fast track way there. But the reason I bring this up is not because you can't hang out with who you want to hang out with and have relationships, develop relationships with whoever it is that you want to develop a relationship with. The reason I bring that up is simple. Because you had an opportunity to say, to condemn the behavior. You know, love to say, like, don't hate the sinner, you know, hate the sin type of thing. To condemn.
No, hate the sinner too. Y'all got me fucked up.
The behavior. But instead, she chose a relationship, which to me was a signal, a red flag to say, well, if the relationship matters more, Mary's Freudian slip, if the relationship matters more than your actual stance and your views and your values, then what is this all about? And then in comes a character who I didn't know was tied in a long time ago. I mean, at least as far as her and her husband have been tied in, is Andrew Tate, who happens to be an individual that was close, if not best friends, with her husband. Now, Andrew Tate lives, especially in the conservative world, or, you know, those who are more right-leaning, lives in this strange space where some people despise him, but there are others who just continue to try to enable him, those who continue to try to defend him. You don't understand. You don't understand. You're blue-pilled. You don't get it. Trust me, I get it. I used to be a red pillar. I completely and absolutely...
Gay, British cigarette. I used to be this. I used to be that. I used to be this. I used to be that. Gay. Let me tell you motherfuckers something right now. If your introduction is, hey, I'm a label, you have no value worth a damn. You are easy to pick apart. You fresh pussy. That's what it is. A lot of these motherfuckers are fresh pussy, and they tell you they fresh pussy the minute they open their mouth. As a red pillar. What? I don't want to fucking know that. Because now I view you less. I have less respect for you now. Because if you one of these motherfuckers that go around chanting about, oh, you know what my problem is? With these women. That just let me know that pussy dries up when you walk in the room. If you one of these bitches that's like, I can't stand men, you are the reason everybody's getting erectile dysfunction. No, but I stand for the values of men. You suck. Oh, but I want to uphold the power of the white man. You're a Klansman. Oh, but my people have been held back for too long. You sitting down eating KFC. Like, I get it. Y'all want to be the mascots and the representatives of like online groups. The thing about online groups, they all suck. Except for like the people who just cook food. I haven't found one wrong individual when it comes, well, never mind. The white women who make videos cooking food with dish soap, I might have to call immigration on y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely get it. I get the appeal, etc. But one thing I didn't understand was in relationship to Candace, you know, not just the fact that Candace Owens' husband and Andrew Tate are friends before the fame, right? just that aside, is the fact that this is a man who built his reputation off of selling corn to young men. This is out of his own mouth. I'm not even getting to the allegations or the lawsuits of trafficking. I'm not even touching that yet. I'm just getting to the words that came up out of his mouth. He literally had what he called a PhD, a pimping degree. That was him. That's him. He put out courses on how to create this OnlyFans, agency, and how to sell these girls and essentially, how to make like 25, 50% profits. That's him. The same man that Candace Owens sits across from and has a conversation where she gives him the most softball of questions and goes on these long tirades and rants. You guys can check out the interview for yourselves and really watch it, because a lot of people just take these little snippets of stuff and that's what's disseminated to create a narrative. But she gets into these just tirades, right? She's sitting with Mr. The Matrix is out to get me, Bugatti himself, right? And then I think to myself, wait a minute. So not only she's making all these series on like kind of exposing all these people, but then when it comes to some of the most problematic people we have in culture today, she says nothing.
And because she's bought and paid for. When you're bought and paid for, you'll criticize, the things that your handlers have told you to criticize. The Matrix got me last week. See, bought and paid for a show. I'm so glad that you motherfuckers ruined that movie for me. Like, I remember sitting back and watching a bunch of movies I had never watched before. Like, I'm talking about never watched, and I'm liking them. And then I got to The Matrix, and at the same time, I'm seeing motherfuckers online. Oh my God, The Matrix is the reason why I've been arrested. The Matrix is the reason for this. The Matrix is the reason for that. And I'm just looking at this movie. I'm like, man, I don't want to watch this shit. They killed this movie for me. If I watch this and I end up speaking like one of these motherfuckers, might as well just sell myself to the slave auction.
I mean, as recent as a few weeks ago, I see Andrew Tate sitting down with Bonnie Blue, the chick who slept with 1,000 men plus in a day. Now, of course, it's a debate, and I'm going to show you how the modern society has, and I do believe that feminism has been a complete stain. It is absolutely destroyed.
Feminism has been a stain on our fucking society. Yeah, bro. We get it. The pathway from respecting women to women not respecting themselves, it matters so much. Leon for sale win. If you want to use my services, I don't come cheap. Dick too big to be cheap.
The minds of women in the modern age. But nevertheless,
I'm going to hell one day, but it ain't going to be today.
There's no condemnation there. There's no condemnation of these complete tirades that Kanye has been going down, the absolute unhingedness. And then I think to myself, well, I mean, if I'm trying to preserve a relationship, business relationship beyond my actual set value system, of course. You speak against corn and young men are, being essentially taken advantage of, are being led astray, but then you don't condemn the man who actually built his business, his foundation, and is still living in that very same sort of way. So these are the questions that were just naturally forming in my head. People think, oh, all this came out because, she then called you out because she was saying you're paid by, the Jews. Like, yeah, I'm still waiting on a check. Hopefully it hits at some point, because I still got the same little office, same little hot, little sweaty office that I had weeks ago, weeks before that. Thank you. I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I'm fortunate that you're not going to afford to.
$15 in a pack of cigarettes just for the size is nuts. But you know what? It's a stronger offer than $2 in Lent.
Invest into building this out for us in this way. But what really then got to me was when she started, she didn't just criticize DJT. She didn't just criticize Trump and, make a full swing from the conservatism. She did it in a very specific way.
Oh my God. And see, it man on all fours. You criticize DJT. Oh, it's not just the way you criticize. It's why did you criticize DJT like that? You giving a nickname to a politician, bro? Like, what's wrong with you? Have some fucking decorum. Have some decency for your fucking self. You giving out nicknames to presidents, bro? Now, in that moment, anyone with eagle ears and a memory could call me a hypocrite. Because I don't call Obama. That's my nigga OBZ. But you know what? I admit that I'm a hypocrite. I can't say the same for other motherfuckers, but at least I'm consistent in my hypocrisy.
Way for a very specific audience in a very specific time. There was a time when DJT was finally calling out what was happening on college campuses, mostly on the East Coast, but all over America.
You talking about Harvard?
Right? Jewish students were being attacked and things of that nature. And there were these, pro-Hamas, pro-jihadist protests that were taking place. Columbia University and, all the Ivies, the Penn, University of Pennsylvania, all these sorts of places, right? And Trump finally puts his foot down and says something about it. In the same way I hope any other president would. Let's say, during the times of segregation, I would hope that the president would stand his ground and
That's an interesting timeline, considering how much motherfuckers didn't say shit about it. That's an interesting time. That's the interesting set point in time you decided. Because there are several presidents that was like, you know, not that bad. Slavery, you know, not that bad. Keeping them locked up and chained, not that bad. I think some motherfuckers live this life and they think to themselves, if I just say this, it'll work out. Not realizing that that's some of the dumbest shit under the fucking sun.
And say enough is enough, and to defend those children. I would hope so in any other environment. And so the president does exactly that. All of a sudden, Candace comes out with a video where she is stating how our freedom of speech is being infringed upon. Now, she's never brought up this freedom of speech thing. And there's a context as to why I'm saying this right now. And then, you know, this conclusion video we're about to get into of Candace basically showing us her origins, who she began as. Not saying you can't change, but it just gives some insight, right? So this video comes out, Candace is speaking, and I actually did a TikTok on it early and got quite a bit of criticism because this is before it was kind of, you know, in vogue and popular to call her out because everybody was so afraid of the cult of Candace Owens, the ones of y'all who are going to come under here and make all sorts of defenses for stuff you don't even know much about, right? So all of a sudden, I think to myself, now why is she calling out free, like, you know, the impeding of free speech in this specific space? Like, this is before Iran situation, before quote unquote World War III is breaking out. You know, get a dishonorable discharge if you're a soldier. This is before all of that sort of stuff that she was saying came out.
Still one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard. I got a fucking friend in the military who recently just let me know they were almost shipped out. And I was going to have to sit here and be scared the whole fucking time. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it for my own sanity. But they didn't leave, so, you know, we win. We win in the end. So you know what? We win in the end.
This just so happened to be what I would deem as enabling those who are in defense of terrorist organizations, jihadist organizations. And that's when I sat back and thought to myself, now, is she paid? That's when I started putting that narrative together. Is she paid?
Oh my God. Everybody do this she paid shit. Y'all niggas can't criticize nothing. God damn. Y'all ain't got no real criticism worth the fuck. Is she paid? Nah, it must be because she paid. It can't be no other reason. I can't think to myself, why would she say this? You just fucking said 2 minutes ago, it's all right to change your fucking opinion. And you can change your opinion from this to this to this, but if you change your opinion from something I disagree with to what I agree with, oh, we don't have no problem. No issue. Nothing. But if you change your fucking opinion from what I agree with to what I disagree with, oh, you paid for. You paid. Everybody fucking paid. Meanwhile, everybody come up with the same fucking excuse. Where the money? If I'm getting paid, where the money? If I'm getting paid, where the money? Where's the money? I need the money. Y'all ain't got no real fucking criticism, bro. If I see a motherfucker disagreeing with me, and you glad to disagree with me, I'm not about to run and say, oh, you paid, motherfucker. Unless you just so happen to be somebody, I don't know. Like, maybe just maybe you are somebody who, I don't know, takes pictures with certain things. You could be paid. But it's like when I make that claim, I got to back it up with something. And me personally, if you get the opportunity of a lifetime to be in the White House to get quote unquote, well, now it ain't quote unquote, pointless information, and you propping it up like, yeah, we got it. Oh, you paid for. Like, you just paid for. And that's just sad.
Is she being Is she being influenced? I mean, I had already seen, where she was going with the entire Israel conversation. I had no problem with the criticisms on Israel. That's one thing they try to ricochet on me. Well, so it's wrong now to criticize Israel and no, continue to do so. Continue to look at, discern, criticize every single thing that you desire to do so. Please do.
Oh, so what's the problem? She's doing exactly what you wanted. What the problem, Skipper? What's the issue? Is the issue that you can't handle it?
Think for yourself. But it's no longer thinking for yourself. You're allowing this person to think for you, the cult of Candace Owens. And
so what about Candace? Is Candace thinking for herself, or is she paid for it? And much like how she accused you of being paid for it, somebody gonna have to prove it. Because if you just sitting there talking and whispering into my fucking ear, it better be some sexy ass fucking whispers, because I'm gonna be mad.
All of a sudden we find ourselves, the year of our Lord 2025, here we are. Where I'm so embarrassed by Donald Trump. I'm done with Donald Trump. She's making every other video is something about Israel, or Zionism, which is really just a cover up for her to say Jews. Like, at least Tucker Carlson, he'll just say it straight out, right? I at least give him credit for that. Fuentes, he'll just say it. He's not going to Frankists and Zionists, and no, he'll just say the thing. I can at least respect that. But bringing it back to this conversation of free speech, I finally realized that Candace Owens is actually not necessarily an advocate of free speech. She's an advocate of whatever is going to get Candace Owens' attention. It's a power dynamic with her. And the final nail in the coffin for me was an interview that was done by Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson. Say what you may about both individuals, but they are who they are.
They're both more so Peterson than the other one. Drastically fucking easy. Like, I don't know who might have convinced y'all Jordan Peterson is worth a damn, but you could see in real time that that's not true. Go watch Jordan Peterson versus 20, I think it was atheists, and just watch this motherfucker's worldview fall the fuck apart. Why does it fall apart? Because when you're spending your time talking about other people far the fuck away, you tend to miss that, A, when we actually get in the room together and we talk cordial, and you're not this fucking makeshift liberal that we've been describing you as for decades, and you actually could fucking run with the best of them. Oh, I look stupid. And then after you watch that, go watch Candace versus 20 feminists. You ain't even gotta watch that part. Go find the part where she talking to the pussy maker, the queen, whatever it is. I don't know her name. Bro. I think it's the queen maker. I don't know why. I'm just thinking about pussy right now. Pussy is the greatest known to existence creation of all time. Right? It is the greatest. Bar none. There's nothing better than pussy. Come on. Maybe a Pop-Tart, but come on.
I believe them to be authentic in their own spaces. So all of a sudden, after Jordan Peterson comes out stating how, there are some sociopathic sort of individuals who have infiltrated, the MAGA movement. And of course this would happen, and we have to be cautious. He didn't name names, none of that. Didn't even give any clues. And a few days after that interview, all of a sudden, Candace Owens does a full op-ed, a full-blown piece on exposing Jordan Peterson, right? Slandering his name, essentially calling him out for being an addict and things of that nature. And I thought to myself then, wow. This woman here is actually dangerous.
How the fuck is she dangerous? Her coverage on things is terrible. All of it. It's horseshit. There's really no journalism in what Candace does. It's all fluff. It's a puff piece meant to fucking sensationalize the fuck out of something because she just so happens to be bored. That's fine. It's fine to be bored. But when you make your entire brand around you being bored to the point where you're going to misconstrue evidence in a court case to just be LOL, feminism bad, at some point you got to realize, nigga not about to keep listening to this shit.
Take that as you may. So, I would like to conclude this very video with this. And the reason I continue to bring her up, by the way, in case you're wondering, because the first video I was hoping was the last, but I came to a conclusion that when you have people who are, and I'm just using these words, not because I am some sort of psychologist who can diagnose it, but when you have somebody who is this.
If you're not a psychologist, you can't use these words. They don't hold weight. You don't hold weight. Just say the bitch stupid. That's a word we can all use, and we are all qualified to fucking call somebody stupid.
Psychopathic in the way that they maneuver. sociopathic in the way that they deal with people into relationships. I mean, this is a woman who came from having a platform on PragerU to then Daily Wire. These are both Zionist organizations. And then all of a sudden, as she's being kicked out of there, you know, she goes full blown anti. Like, this is the type of person who you were friends with, and then they did something to you. It turned into a little blowout, and they're going to be airing you out to everybody you know. They spun the story and created the story already. That's the reason why in my comments you already see now, oh, he's paid off, he's paid off. She used one of my videos in order to make the statement that, you know, these influencers are being paid off. And thousands of influencers are coming out and saying, or even non-influencers, just regular people just posting about, you know, what they see with their own eyes. Like, I'm not paid, I'm not paid, I'm not paid. But she spun the narrative already in her favor. And she's always been a master of that. So,
and you tried to do it like 5 minutes ago. You just sat there and threw the bait out. Is Candace paid? Oh. Well, she's changed her opinions to things that I disagree with. Is she paid? Like, you accused that woman of doing what you did. So once again, Leon's right. They all fucking suck.
I want to conclude by showing y'all this video that I recently came across, which I believe would be as revealing as anything. This is our girl, Candace Owens. And this is her origins. So without further ado.
That's not her origins. It's not her origins. You motherfucker, that's not her origins. Her origins was a racial dispute that she had I think in high school. She was on the news for this shit. That's her origins. I don't know how old this bitch ugly as fuck. Damn, Candace ugly as fuck. But she was significantly much more looking like a crack baby when she was younger. But bro, this is whatever this is not her fucking origin.
Hey guys, it is Candace Owens, the founder of socialautopsy.com. There are literally thousands of instances of hate speech being circulated online. The age of technology and social media has slowly disintegrated individual accountability, the consequences of which are devastating. Introducing Social Autopsy, the first ever search database that compiles and allows the public to easily access the digital footprint of individuals and companies.
This is not her origin. This was like her way to be able to dox a motherfucker because she got chewed out by somebody online. This ain't no great fucking thing. Bitch, this shit basic. Well, see, now I might actually believe you paid for it. Because if you don't really know when this bitch actually started being annoying to the general public, how can I trust you? What this is should have been the first indicator that you motherfuckers who was just dick sucking Candace should have woke up and be like, wait, this bitch crazy. Because guess what? I knew about this. And Candace was weird from jump off that. But no. You motherfuckers, oh my God, Candace, Candace, you woke me up. Candace, my political awakening. Candace, you helped me discover who I am as a Negro. Candace, oh, as I stroke into your weird, oddly shaped fucking head and that weird looking chin. Oh, Candace.
Our team has crawled through the public interfaces of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, creating real profiles for the individuals that lob hate speech over the web. These individuals are your teachers, doctors, neighbors, and business owners. And for the first time ever, you'll be given the chance to run a real background check on them to see what these people represent behind closed doors.
Wow.
Let me show you how it works.
So we're airing out the information of those who say things that we don't like.
Nigga, that goes on now. Motherfuckers do this now. Motherfuckers, wait. You found this, I think, like maybe 7, 9-year-old clip. Where's the smoke for that shit going on right now? A bitch tweeted how much she hated Trump supporters. Motherfucker showed up to her fucking place of business at Home Depot. This shit. Libs of TikTok will see a motherfucker with a pride flag in a TikTok video and be like, this motherfucker works at St. James Elementary School. Do you want this motherfucker teaching your kids? What are we doing?
Sounds familiar, Candy.
Plug in the name of any person, company, or organization. Our database will return any number of profile hits, which can then be narrowed down by city and state. When you've located a user, you will be brought to their autopsy report, which will consist of real screenshots of words that they have shared across social media platforms. Okay. Have someone that you'd like to add to our morgue? Submit them.
Oh,
our database.
Wow, we even get to put their location, personal information. Wow. Would you imagine that? That almost sounds like like doxing, doesn't it? Airing people's information out in such a way because they say things that you don't like. Now, I'm going to give you guys access because that video continues to run on for another minute and a half. But that was a product being promoted by none other than Candace Owens. Now, again, I'm not here to say don't be a fan of her. Don't do whatever you want. Please, just think for yourselves, though. Don't be the cult of anybody.
I don't like Candace. This dude's a pussy. This is the most pussified stance ever. I grew up, I had my political awakening because of Candace. Don't be somebody who's not being able to change their mind. She changes her mind to shit that you don't agree with. You accuse her of being bought and paid for after she accuses you of being bought and paid for. You just lied and pretended like this is the origin of Candace Owens. It's not. Do y'all now, does anybody like, have I illustrated how in my mind I view all these people as just terrible? They're all fighting to be the top dumbass. Like their cults are all arguing with each other about who's going to be the top dumbass. Who's going to be the one who creates the significant change? Who's going to be the leader of conversations around, I'm assuming, the Republican Party online? It's just like, go take a fucking bath, you motherfuckers. You know what? I don't do this. I'm gonna read the comments. I want to sort by new. Far left and far right joining. I was a super fan of Candace. I hate to say it, but our president is capable of doing the same thing. He would turn on me. Just found your channel. Same feelings towards Candace. No one talks about, but criticizes you can imagine Arab audience. Compare your tone to hers. That's enough to see who's hateful. I mean, both of them talk in a condescending manner, and I'm arguing that both of them are dumber than a stump. Never liked her. I don't know, like some guy feeling like she was a bit fake. Candace Qatari Owen. Hassan Diddy Bin Laden Piker. Tucker Qatar Ison? Oh, Qatarlson. Are probably getting their paychecks from the same source. So everybody's getting paid for. When you all agree with each other, nothing's wrong. Everyone's a fan of each other. Everything is fucking great. But it's when you all disagree. That's when we reach that point. Okay. I'm getting it now. I'm getting it, guys. I'm learning. All these motherfuckers don't have a leg to stand on in any fucking conversation, and they're just fucking bored. I get it, dudes. Now look, to continue with our Carmelo Anthony coverage, an unsuspecting challenger has rose to the surface to apologize about what he said about Carmelo Anthony.
Time to apologize to Carmelo Anthony's family. Man, I was all the way wrong about that kid. I was all the way wrong about that kid, homie.
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was all the way wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly. I had opportunity to talk, piece him up. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school. So I'm taking a knife to school, fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side, one of the white boys on that side. So either way go, they had him blocked in. And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy. See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The dad ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around. The white dad ain't around. The mothers don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So he must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just come and get in the light. So he a low down dirty cracker. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid. because he black. Get from up under the tent. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had to stab, he broke his daddy's ligaments. Big old strong cracker. He should have killed both of them. He should have killed both them Pepperwoods with a that's minding his motherfucking business, that don't bring harm to nobody. This kid ain't a bad kid. These bully white boys just fuck with the black baby. So now they trying to make it about race. No, it ain't about race. And the reason
Nigga said speaking of my soul right here.
And the reason I say that is anybody can go see the video. Why do you think?
No, anybody cannot go see the goddamn video. The video is not publicly available for any of us. No, you cannot go see the goddamn video.
The media outlets ain't promoting to go see this video.
Because they are not allowing the public to see it. All these motherfuckers submitted freedom of information requests. They said, if you want to see this, you got to come in. You can't record nothing. You can't screen record nothing. All you can do is take notes about what you're seeing. That's it.
You can go up to the school to see it. And if you go up to the school and see it, we all to see this kid will be found not guilty. But because it's in an all-white town in Crackerville, and they done made it about race, whoever Sarah Fields is, Sarah Fields, you a rotten motherfucker. And if I just had some time, I would put an army behind this family, but I ain't got time. It's supposed to be an army because Sarah Fields and the father and somebody who works for the court have been releasing Carmelo Anthony's family information to Sarah Fields. She's been putting it online, and the white folk been going. So they've been having to move. All those lies made up, homie, they can't even get the GoFundMe money. So they hadn't even got, they can't even touch the Go. So they just trying to smear campaign, but that's what the cracker do. Boy, I wish I could go back to when I was seeing the type of shit. Boy, I wish they could have caught me 3 years ago when I was really on my let's go get the cracker shit. But homie, homie, I wish I ain't got that spirit no more. So I'm saying, why black people ain't rallying around this family as they tried to rally around in the beginning? They are threatening this family. Homie, they keep having to move.
But how do you don't just lose the spirit, bro? It's either you got it or you don't.
No, you do lose it. You do lose it.
So you sold out?
No.
So wait, you can lose the spirit, so you sold out. No, not me. No.
You lose it. Everybody loses. Malcolm lost it, homie. When Elijah,
like what you told me a year ago, you said that losing touch with reality.
You lose the spirit, homie. You lose once you lose the spirit of the things you once loved. Football players, artists. Dave Chappelle lost the spirit, went to Africa.
What? Nigga, football players get hurt and they realize, all right, I take one more hit. That's the CTE. I might end up like Chris Benoit. Like, what? Wait, whoa. 2 different things, bro. Two different things. The way he talking, it sounds like he got an evil spirit. Listen, I've been told y'all. Observe carefully. Don't just jump on anything you see. Watch, wait, listen. Because when it all reaches conclusion, guess who will be there to just watch it all, watch all the excuses play out? Me. I'll be there. Why? No reason. It's just, I want to be able to sit back and watch it all play out. Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to sit back and watch shit play out. And if you don't let it play out, then you're a fucking moron. You are intrinsically a fucking moron if you don't allow things to play the fuck out. You have to let things play out. You literally have to. Because if you don't, you just make everything fucking worse. So who knows if what he's saying is true? Time will be the thing that tell us. I got so many comments under that one fucking video. That's not Jeff Metcalf, and I can prove it. How? Anyone could go on social media and put a profile picture. Okay, what about the voice? See, that's why I made it my mission to tell y'all. These motherfuckers don't got no real stance either. These motherfuckers ain't got piece of evidence that's worth the damn to help them out, and that's fine. But just admit it. Now look, I got one more thing, and then y'all can enjoy y'all Monday. Where is it? I didn't have this queued up, but I was scrolling, and then I realized, oh. What do you think? What do you think about when I show you this? There's something wicked. This way shall come for those of us who just think out loud. Because in my head, the discourse around this has been absolutely hilarious. Because for some reason, we're talking about doxing. At least his finger's not on the trigger. You know what? Sure. Now look, I have not watched the clip of this. I kept seeing this specific screenshot. And I was like, why is everybody saying he's doxing somebody off this? So I found it. I found it. So now we're going to find out if this motherfucker apparently doxed somebody.
It's time to crusade Iran and Gaza. Mamdani communists. Let's go to war against the left.
Is that my audio doing that?
It's time to crusade.
In our sincerity and actually delivering for the very working people who've been left behind by our politics, compared with what President Trump has been able to do. You know, over this. Now
look, this seems like a policy violation by little old Hassan.
The same period of time that I've been running has been.
I almost feel like you shouldn't be posing with a gun, whether it real or fake.
I would tell him if the last person couldn't get my name right, we defeated them, and that's what it's going to look like again.
Okay, fair enough. As you may.
Oh, you found his account?
Today, I will show you 3.
Doxing of any kind is prohibited by Twitch community, even if the perpetrators only expose information available via public record. Is this really a public record? A YouTube channel. Finding a YouTube channel is not a dox. Y'all realize, like, all of you motherfuckers that left a comment in this live stream, I could go to your YouTube channel right now. Like watch this. Kenny, let's go to your channel right now. Look, bam. Bam. Took no effort. That took no effort to do. Watch this. Michelle, let's go to your channel. See? No effort. None. 0. Boom. Another one. See? No effort. This is no effort. This is no effort to do. Like, this is not a dox.
Anyways, you can use your
Wait, this is the guy?
First thing we want to do is download the YouTube VPN.
And wait, you promoting this shit. Whoever this Dan can't tweet is, you promoting this shit. You doxing. What the fuck?
App, which we can do through the first link in the description.
Fuck are you gonna do, bro? Write a petition? Let's do a crusade, he says. Let's do a fucking crusade, he says. Let's hang Hassan and Mamdani for treason, he says. The fuck are you?
If I hear this fucking thing, what is this goofy ass sound effect that I keep hearing? This is a sign that whoever the fuck this Dan motherfucker is, he don't care about this shit. He just hate Hassan. Fine. I ain't got nothing wrong with that. I got nothing wrong with motherfucker hating Hassan. But could you motherfuckers actually hate this motherfucker with legitimate stances? Please. That's all I want. I just want y'all to hate each other with some shit that matter, not some shit that don't. I hate Hassan because of the rape clip. Like, I don't care that you, unsuspecting woman or man, come from a rich family. I don't want to see you raped because of that. Like, I don't care that you have more money than me. That's not the cosign for you to be raped. He's Destiny's co-host. I don't give a... okay.
What are you gonna do? Go on a fishing expedition? Try to fucking put malware in my phone? Is that what you're gonna do? You skinny bitch. Ugly ass. That's not him, it's this.
Hey yo, dead ass G, my bad pimp. That's just what happened when you a motherfucking real ass boss.
Does he even show his face in it?
Ping for US servers is kind of high, or there is...
Oh no, it's even worse.
Still not a dox. Sorry to burst anybody's bubble in this moment, but no, not a not a dox. Sorry to be that guy who provides the bad news to you all, but hey, I need y'all to start hating these motherfuckers for legitimate reasons. Legitimate reasons of benefit, please. I'm begging. I'm on my knees for it, begging. I'm on my knees for it, hoping. I'm on my knees hoping anybody could use their mind. Oh.
It's even worse. Fucking dude who is advocating.
Oh my, I'm okay. I can't take you serious. I can't. I get whoever the fuck this is. The next time you want to be like someone who claims to care, leave the fucking sound effects at the door. We don't need sound effects at any capacity. All right, I'm done. Goodbye.